never taking a seat. From the first note to the last, we're never done. This is the anthem for everyone. Power, turn it up, pick up the pace, here we go, let it roll. Power and fire, we're taking control. It's a big studio, we stand tall. Within the shadow, we'll never fall.
Well, hello, all of you string picking guys and gals out there. Welcome back to the String Pickers channel here at Obscene Studio. In today's episode, this ain't gonna work. I've got to make this one work. That's right, string pickers. We are stuck with two pick guards. One of them will not fit, and the other one is the one that came off of the guitar. So what I had planned on doing was going ahead and sending back this one, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to kind of hang on to this because, number one of my fellow string pickers out there that do the same work in their studios and their shops as I do might end up needing this. So if you do need that, give me a holler. I'll hook you up. I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something to this pick guard that I have done to a guitar before, and I just want to do this as an experiment. Now keep in mind, I am not a professional. This is all stuff that I've learned on my own over the years. And this may be a situation that you run into. You may have a guitar with a pick guard on it, and you don't have the right tools to fix that pick guard that you are replacing to make another one fit. This one, can I drill holes? Can I plug holes? Yes, I can. But the problem that I'm running into is taking off of this pick guard. I am missing the Dremel attachment that allows me to cut on the 45 to get that nice bevel. You see that bevel? That one right there. That bevel is on like a 45-degree angle. Well, Dremel makes an attachment that I cannot seem to find anywhere that I can fit on there and put that bevel back on there. I can cut this down, I can re-bevel that, but there is another problem. The Dremel that I have does not have a speed variable, so it spins really fast. And what happens when you put something really fast, high RPM on these? You melt them. And that is not good for these pick guards. So I went ahead and shielded the back of this. I know that's overkill. I know it doesn't need that much. It just really needs it right here and right down the center. But I've done the whole thing because I was bored. Get off my back. So we got that out of the way. And what we are going to do is this. Ladies and gentlemen, I know in past videos, not just a few videos back, I believe, you've seen my guitar Draco. Draco is an LTD EC50. Draco has a guitar skin on it. You can go to Amazon. I don't know if you can still do that because I looked for some the other day and I couldn't find any. But all I wanted to do was make this pick guard black. I wanted to black out everything white or chrome on this guitar. And this one is some of that. This is a roll of automobile vehicle wrap. This is scratch resistant. And what this does is you apply it to that pick guard and you cut out around it, and this adheres really, really good to the pick guard. And once you put it on the pick guard and it is in place and you trim it up real nice and everything, this will make a real nice glossy pick guard with black pickups, black pick guard, black hardware, and it's going to change the whole dynamics of this guitar. It's going to make it look really, really cool. This is the easy way out. Let me just say that. I could go out and I could spend the money to get the tools that I need to do the other pick guard the way that I wanted to do. But I'm just going to tell you, string pickers, the problem with that is I got one shot. And if I mess up anything, then that pick guard is junk. That pick guard will fit just about any Strat style guitar that has an 11 hole pick guard. What I have on this Peavey Raptor is a 10 hole pick guard. I have looked and straight from ordering from Peavey themselves. Now I don't really do eBay much, but I do Amazon and some other sites if I can find them. And I was having a hard time finding them. So I thought I would take this video to show you guys how convenient this stuff is. This is a 1 by 5 foot roll of automobile vinyl. That's what this is. You can cut out a piece, lay that pick guard on it, peel the tape off, of course, use a hair dryer if you don't have a heat gun, which is probably what I'm going to wind up doing. Heating this up, getting it to lay down flat, and then just squeegee the bubbles out of it as you put it on, and presto, you have a black pick guard. So I'm going to walk you guys through that today. I'm going to put you on a bit of a time lapse so that you can see me totally change the outlook of this guitar and the looks of the pick guard. And we're going to put all of the hardware back in it, the electronics, and we're going to make this thing really, really nice. I am, however, going to put some bigger pots in the pick guard. I will not be putting a push-pull in this pick guard because the actual pickup that I'm putting in for the bridge is a dual rail Safu humbucker. That is only cranking about 9.8K. So I'm going to leave that alone and not split it. I'm just going to put the red and white wires together, then wire up the other ones to hot and ground and just use it like that. And that way we can use the other Safu pickups that did come with the pick guard that I got that I cannot use, and use those for my really, really clean tones that I'm going to play on that guitar. So let me set you guys up on the time lapse and let's get into this thing and see if we can't just change the whole look of this guitar and get it back together today. Okay, gang, here is what we're looking at. As you can see, that turned out pretty decent. I did make a mistake though, and I think I'm going to have to correct that the next time. I'm going to have to wait and take the plastic film off of this side once I get the holes cut out, because wiping this down, it's supposed to be scratch resistant, which for the most part it is, but it does have a few little minor, just little tiny scratches here and there. But we turned our white pick guard into a black one. Basically what I've done is I got a really, really good sharp hobby knife blade, and I went out around this, even like down in here. You just hold it at a 45-degree angle and you trim off all the way. Just keep the angle with the pick guard and you trim off all the way around. And once you get to the holes and you stab it down in there, you can lean back at that angle and come around like this, and you can cut out where all your holes are. So now, instead of what looks like a 3-ply, now looks like we have a 4-ply. There will be times when you do mess up a little. I messed up a little right here on this hole. Got a little too much off right there, so I just dotted that with a permanent marker. Screw is going to cover that up anyway. But yeah, that's the beauty of that stuff. And basically, to put it down there, all I did was heat it up until it sort of wanted to lay flat a little bit. Then I covered it up. Once I took the back side off, I covered this up. And then once I got it on there and I know I didn't have bubbles, then I took the heat to it and got it warmed up to where it would activate the back of this to cause it to adhere to the old pick guard. And once I got that done, the rest was just trim work. See, and always go back and look, because you'll miss some if you don't. I missed just a little bit right here. All you got to do is go around that and you just shave that right off of there, and it's good to go. So yeah, that's that's just part of putting vinyl down. It is, I do not recommend it on a guitar that you love if you have never done this before, because it is a bit of a tedious process. I do recommend that if you have an old pick guard laying around and you want to try it out, then go right ahead. I mean, a 1 foot by 5 foot roll of this right here costs $8.99. And this is automobile grade vinyl wrapping. This is usually what the kind of stuff that they use to wrap automobiles with to protect the paint jobs and change the colors. But it does extremely well. I really like how that turned out. Actually, it turned out better than I expected. I figured I would goof that up big time, but it's looking good. For $8.99, I can cover as many pick guards as I want with this. With that 1 foot by 5 foot roll, I can get at least 4 of these done like this. Not as many as I want, but 4 of those done like that. So now let's move on to the pickups. And this is what we're looking at. This is the Safu. I guess this is more of the Invader type pickups, because the new pick guard that I got was a Safu pick guard loaded with these pickups. So what we're going to do with these pickups is we're going to go ahead and put these in, and then we're going to come through and change all of these potentiometers to 500K pots. I'm going to put a B, 2 of the B's on the 2 tones, and then 1A on the volume side. We're going to leave this alone. That looks like it's very well done, very well put together. So we're not going to touch the 5-way switch. So yeah, I just wanted to break and let you guys know what was going on, how I did this right here, and let's get this thing put together, because I am absolutely dying to play this guitar. I've had it for a whole week now, and I'm just dying to play it. So I'm going to put you on another time lapse. I am sorry. And we're going to zip through and put this thing together and get it all the parts back together and put some strings on it and see how big of a change. And finally, after 3 videos, you guys may get a tone sample. So there is that. Oh, and by the way, I'm also taking this bridge pickup off of here and going to store that away, and I'm putting on the dual rail in the bridge because I'm just dying. This is just a little bit hotter than the bridge pickup that's on this one right here. Might even do a tone sample with both, but I'm going to keep the neck and middle position for the bluesy type stuff. But yeah, we're gonna do this dual rail right here. We're gonna put that one on there.
In this obscene studio, we'll tear right through. This is our channel, we're here to shine. Guitars in hand, we're crossing every line. It's a power surge.
Okay, guys, here we are, day 3. I'm not sure. Anyway, I've worked it in this just a little bit over the last few days, and finally, I mean, look at this thing, man. Look at this. It's just completely changed. Just completely changed. So let me explain some things that I went through during the time lapse. You guys know that this pick guard that I had ordered that came with all of the Safu stuff that was in it would not fit. This is an 11 screw, this is 10 screw, and the cut was off. I was going to have to take a bunch off of this, and I couldn't. So I resulted back to something that I'd done to one of my guitars before, and that was the vinyl skin that you can put on guitars. This time, however, I went with an automobile grade vinyl skin cover that you usually wrap vehicles with to protect paint jobs that was scratch resistant. So I put that on this one, and I've got it about as good as I can get it. And I think that it turned out pretty good. I am going to take these knobs off. I like these knobs. I have them raised up off the pick guard just a little bit. I should have adjusted the potentiometers to where they would sit down closer to the body. But I know that over time, it's easier just to take these knobs off like this and just to reach under with your fingers instead of prying and scratching up the wrap and then having to go through that whole process again, which is kind of a headache, but it was a lot faster than having to wait on trying to find the right pick guard or trying to order it to come in and then doing all that stuff all over again, all that extra money, when the vinyl wrap could do like 5 of these pick guards with $8.99. I mean, come on. So I went ahead and done that pick guard, and all I did basically was cut out around each screw hole where it was beveled and countersunk. And then I went and done the bevel around the edges and got all of that matched up pretty good. So actually now it kind of looks like a 4-ply instead of a 3-ply pick guard. And we changed out our output jack for a pure tone output jack. And we've changed the back plate over. Now this back plate did not fit, but it was okay because I just put new holes in here and went ahead and screwed that down. It covered up the holes from the old back plate, and it lined up over our bridge to where we put our strings in right here. The bridge is somewhat up and floating. I did tighten these screws all the way down because I do not plan on using this whammy bar whatsoever. That is probably not going to happen with this. I may try it to see how well it holds tuning, but I don't have a whole lot of faith in these tuners. I think that once I go working that wiggle stick, that it's gonna pull out. These are pretty tight feeling and everything, but I wanted to stay something true to what was on it. So I still have the other split tops that did come on it, and those were good tuners too, except for 1 or 2 might need a little bit of lubrication, but I wanted to go with the color black. So we have our action at 1.5 on the top, and then we've got down to a 1.1, maybe 1.2 on the bottom. So far everything's okay. So the only thing that we've got to do to finish this video off is we're going to intonate the strings, and then I'm going to put some strap buttons on this guitar. Well, not actually. I am going to put the little eye screws, and then I've got a strap to go onto that because I plan on using this guitar a lot in upcoming videos. I'm rather quite proud of this guitar. I really have never had a Strat style body of any kind that was a tobacco burst into this. I always thought that the black pick guard with this color just looked awesome, and now it's a reality. It does have a great sound. I've tried out the pickups and the electronics off camera, and it's great. So let me go ahead and intonate the strings. I'm going to put a strap on it, and I'm going to bring you guys back for a sound demo of this guitar so you guys can hear what this thing has turned into. So hang around for just a split second and we'll get right into that. other camera's dead, so I cannot use the lavalier mic for that camera to record all of this. So we are going to go this route. This is the dual rail SAFU that I put into it. This is in full dual rail. I might be a little out of tune. I was playing it pretty hard a little bit ago. And I don't think these strings have stretched enough yet. Okay, now this is splitting the dual rail with a 5-way switch. That's a pretty interesting little tone there. I like that for more of the classic rock type stuff, you know. Now we are looking at the middle pickup alone. I like the middle pickup. It sounds really good. Now we're looking at both middle pickup and neck pickup. And just the neck pickup. Let's add a little bit of reverb to that and see what that. Oh no! I'm gonna do what I did on the last video, and not the last one, but when I think I done the Courtney, when I done her, and we're gonna use the. Going to use the freeze function. Pretty cool. I love that Headrush included that into their Flex Prime. Okay, now let's try a little bit of distortion. I'm going to go to Plexi Blues. Well, here is an idea of what it sounds like on my favorite. This is an idea of what that sounds like, and this is the Soldano SLO 100 that I always like to play my metal stuff with. This is full humbucker. And half of the dual rail. can tell that that splits that humbucker right in half. Middle position. Adds a lot of lows, middle and neck. And just neck. Wow! What an amazing instrument this has turned out to be. I've just got to say it. I mean, I don't know. My feelings when I got this was this, well, it's a project guitar. I'll work on it and see, how good I can do it, because what come out of it was absolutely horrible. It was dated, old. The pickups were just it just wasn't a good guitar. It wasn't a good guitar at all. But I seen potential in it for the neck. The body, even though dinged here and there and scratched a little bit, it had some character. I loved this tobacco sunburst color. It just reminds me of Stevie Ray Vaughan. And I'm a huge Stevie Ray fan, even though I cannot play like Stevie Ray can. I'm just a huge fan of his, and this guitar just kind of brought that feeling back. I know that this is not a Fender Stratocaster. I know that. And I know Fender Stratocasters is what he played. But guys, I'm just going to tell you, I do not have the money to go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a Fender Strat. My dream guitar, the one guitar that I want above everything else, is a 1974 Fender Stratocaster. Why? Because number one, that's my birth year. Number two, it's one of my favorite guitars of all time. And I looked it up. $9,000. 9,000. So that kind of went out the window, because I can think of a lot more things that I need to spend $9,000 on than a guitar that happened to be made the year I was born. But this, however, is a good start. This is a good start. I love how this plays. I'm going to have to do some work with the bridge down here. I've got it all intonated and everything is good on it. I really like the bridge, how it's set up. I was afraid that those little set screws and them saddles would eat me up, but they didn't. Once I shimmed the neck, I was able to get those saddles up high enough without digging into the palms of my hand. I swapped out. Actually, this is going to be a review. Safu pickups have not yet let me down. Not one time have they let me down. However, Safu puts in pickups into this, which is made well. It's made really well, even shielded on the back. And then they put those dime-sized pots in the back of this thing. And I'm sorry. I went with two of the 500B tone pots, because we have two tone knobs here, and one 500K A to go for the volume side. This guitar is going to need a treble bleed. It has got the age-old Fender curse. It's the treble. It needs help in that department. You can dial it back to about 7, and it's just gone. So I'm going to do that in the future. I put two of the 022s, I believe, in here on each of the tone pots, because I didn't want it to get too dark. Worked out perfect. Got perfect tone when you dial them all the way to 0, which is what I like. So I took all of that out. I put 500Ks in there. I swapped this for a dual rail, which sounds really good. But these two pickups right here are where it really shines, in my opinion. You get that. It's almost identical to what a Strat pickup does sound like. You get that twang. I didn't have any effects built into the Flex Prime to compensate for that kind of sound, but I know now that I'm getting on the Headrush Cloud and I want to dig up Fender Strat rigs, and there's hundreds on there, and I want to find the right one that gives me that good Stevie Ray Vaughan kind of tone when he was picking. And this is, it just turned out to be amazing. And the process of putting the auto grade vinyl wrap on this pick guard went a whole lot better than expected. Laid down real smooth, no bubbles, no nothing anywhere. Done really good with that. I really liked that. I was actually surprised it turned out so well, because I figured I'd have to use that whole 5-foot roll to get that to come out right. First try, who's the man? And we got our split top tuners in it. So guys, that's it. I really, really do appreciate you guys watching this series on the Peavey Raptor. The Peavey Raptor is a guitar I played before. They've always had great potential, and had a chance. It was a bonus guitar. It was a guitar that was given to me along with the Court for an amp that I had traded, and I jumped on it because I knew it would be a good project guitar. And that's a guitar now I can play. If I drop, I don't have to worry about it. I've got nothing in it other than the hardware that I've put on it. The body and the neck were in really good shape, so I jumped on that. So it's going to be something and that I am really going to enjoy playing, because I love playing that guitar. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. Tune in for the next episode, because there is a new pedal out that I have found that may get itself in a bit of legal trouble, if you know what I mean. But we're going to review that. We're going to listen to it, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on that. But as for now, I pray that you and yours have the most blessed day ever, and I pray that God is with you all. Until next time, later.